Sorry, but at least I finished before 4 stars. Team Choco's still in the lead.
Can blame the Emperor for his
Kaeldori, go.
Okay, let's go.
Come on, Posef, you can do this.
Yeah.
I can, as long as Leon doesn't get hit.
Galactic Kaeldori on your Choco Tails run. Please carry Team Choco for me.
So like I explained, I'm on I'm on emulator because I don't have a capture card. So basically, this game is all about touch screen. So it's way harder on mouse than. I mean, for so many games, it's quite easier.
I think that's okay.
For some.
Should be time. That's time for mod.
Nice.
Alright, let's go then.
Alright, good luck to you, the Chocobo Tails runners.
Thank you very much.
Good luck, guys.
Alright, so this is probably the most obscure game on this list today, Chocobo Tales. Don't know how many of you all know what's going on here, but basically it's a game about you play as a Chocobo and you do lots of mini games and collect cards and do some duels as well, like card duels. So that's basically the entire game, lots of mini games, lots of card duels. And yeah, like Kaeldori was saying, lots of touchscreen controls as well. This game's played almost exclusively with a touchscreen. You can advance through text by pressing A and B, but basically for everything else, you use the touchscreen. It's quite a whimsical little game. It's not particularly serious, even though there is like a guy, there is like a dark master who causes some problems, but despite that, it's quite a light-hearted game, really. Okay, so this is didn't do very well here in this first game. That's like the first little taste of mini games, and that was a bit bad configuration for me. I probably could have done that a bit faster, but it is what it is. Team Mog is the Herald of Terror. There you go.
Quite a long synopsis, but yeah.
Alright, I think Final Fantasy 2 is out. Good luck with the race, guys.
Thank you.
Make good race, guys.
Bye.
Thanks.
And everybody disappear. Huh.
Yeah, they're all being eaten by this evil book. Except me, who's right there.
Yeah.
Apparently I'm special or something.
So yeah, I'm playing the French version just because, as you can hear, I'm very bad English accent and French.
Whoa.
And yeah, so I don't think there is much an issue.
I have no idea which language would be faster. There's a fair bit of text, but I'm sure it probably doesn't make all that much difference.
No, I don't think it makes that much difference. So the mechanic in this game would be to enter books. Books would be related of story. I mean, it's real story. I mean, it's a story every people know, but in a Final Fantasy way. So yeah, we start with I don't know how to say that in English. We start with it's like I don't know the English name of all the novels, but yeah.
That's right. Well, you'll be able to see it when it comes up on my screen anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like famous stories.
Also, there's a lot of music in this game that's from other
Yes.
Final Fantasy games, so even if you don't know this game, you might recognize some of the music from other games that you might have played, more mainstream ones.
Yeah. There
See
is
how
a
many
lot
you
of
can
cool
identify.
music. Lost a bit of time, but at least I didn't get it, and it's true because I was like, okay, I will get it by Boulder. I'm sure, but no, that's fine. If you get it, it's not really important in terms of the game, but the problem is you will not be able to get one card. The cards, they will be helpful after, you will see. But for now, just collect them. Give me some cards. Because otherwise we will not be able to fight against some boss, so yeah.
Yeah, you'll need 15 cards for one point in the game, and okay, and so it's important at the start that you that you clear the requirements necessary to get these extra cards. Like to clear this first one, I think you only need to get to the top in like 5 minutes or something ridiculous like that. But if you do it like in under 30 seconds and then like under 25 seconds, and if you don't get hit by a boulder, you get more cards. So this is the idea. You go into these picture books and what you do in the picture books, basically you get like little epilogues and then they affect what happens in the overworld, and you do that to progress throughout the game.
We get introduced to Irma, so will be the main antagonist of this game. And yeah, so it's a very cool pun in French, but it's not really. It's not in English. They don't have it, but Chocobo in French, beau means pretty or beautiful. So enemies are named Chocopabo, which means not beautiful. So I found it fun. It's fun. It's a cool, it's a cool joke. So yeah, Chocopabo. So it's like Choco not ready. It could get below, but haha, mouse. Mouse in this game is a bit tricky because you make weird movements sometimes.
Yeah, for the games where you have to drag your touch screen, I imagine that would be more difficult when you have to do that when you're using the mouse.
It is sure, but I mean, I get it, but that's fine because we are not on solo, we are on versus mode, so in versus mode you can get it, but fine. Of course.
You just gotta try and win. That's basically it for these races. Oh, I didn't change my screen to the top one. Rip me.
Yeah. I don't know when I can. I should change the screen. So.
Well, I'll do it. I'll do it for the next one because there's one more race that you do in this picture book before moving on.
Yeah. I need to do it. Almost forgot it. So yeah, collecting some cards, because otherwise we will not have enough cards. I mean, I'm not forced to get that Bahamut because I have one promo card, I will show it after. But Garfield don't have it.
Yeah, Bahamut's a really good card though, so you. Bahamut
Yeah,
test,
I mean,
right?
yeah. So the problem is, I'm never lucky with it, but yeah.
Oh really?
No, I mean, every time I have the requirements, of course, the card doesn't drop.
Oh, you mean for the
And
promo card? Yeah.
yeah, and when I have it, I don't. I always like one yellow CP or one blue CP, so it's a bit annoying.
The Maze Chocobo from PS1, Chocobo's Dungeon. I think this music is from Chocobo's Dungeon, actually, the one on the farm.
Yeah. And I'm pretty high, by the way, for the new Choco Dungeon game. When
Oh,
saw
I think that's like a re-release, I think, of the Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo's Dungeon that came out in 2007.
yeah, but it was not on. It was only Japan, I think. No,
Was it? I thought it was.
or
No,
maybe
no, it was like the sequel, the DS sequel to this game was Japan
Yeah,
exclusive, but Chocobo's Dungeon was international, I believe. It was on the Wii, I think.
Oh yeah, maybe yeah. I never had it sadly, but yeah. Yeah, I wish they release the sequel.
Normally I don't save in those transitions, but I might as well just in case something catastrophic happens to my console.
Yeah, same.
There's no point in this game where you die and then lose all your progress or anything. It's just like it's the only point in saving would be in case of oops, I talked to this guy again, in case of console failure or something like that.
Yeah.
Alright, this time change the screen.
So yeah, every time you do something, you can get another end of the story, uh, which alters the real world. In this case, it's to give a food to. I don't know. It's called in English. In French, it's called Buffy.
What's that?
The big white chocobo.
Oh, chubby in English.
Yeah.
It's like seems pretty
Yeah.
mean that they just call call your kid chubby like that.
I mean, Buffy means chubby in English, so. That's
Maybe it was a different time in 2006. You wouldn't get away with that in 2018.
Yeah. So let's go. We can turn to the group. So same one in Final Fantasy 1, but not really. It's the same music. So yeah, there is no really original music.
Be sure to follow the current commentators. Yeah, about that. It's not. This game doesn't have a really huge speedrunning scene, so not a lot of people really know about it. So, I mean, Cruel's run this before, but he's not available right now. So, yeah.
I mean, I spin on this game because I played it a lot when I was young. Like really, I spent a lot of time in Net for Battle. Like really.
There's a lot of this game that you don't get to see. Like, there's lots and lots of little micro games that you only do one micro game in the entire run. There's like 60 something, I think, in the whole game.
Yeah, and the video I start with this mini game. To be honest, on mouse it's really hard, and as a child I never did it.
This is a nice quick micro game if you can get it like first try, and you get some cards out of it that you
So
need.
expect a lot of try.
Okay, I got lucky there because I hit the one that was beyond the one I wanted.
What?
The,
Okay, yeah,
like,
I
the one I
totally
wanted
lost
to hit.
because yeah, oh god, I get totally lost. I misclicked something.
So if I get this under 16 seconds, I get the gold and I get the 2 cards I want.
I tended consistently on DS, but on PC it's it's a bit random.
Alright, I got it first try, so
Nice.
lucky me.
My mouse ripped. My mouse ripped.
These cards
Well-
are really helpful for the first big boss. They really cut. They basically
Yeah.
they save like at least 2 turns on that boss. So it's definitely worth getting these cards rather than other ones. And you need, and like we say, you need like 15 cards for a certain point in the game anyway. So you have to collect them from one place or another.
Really? Oh. This game is very.
Yeah. Okay, so this next one, you got to try and bounce your way to the top of the beanstalk. And if you draw smaller leaves, you go higher. But and you got to try and avoid the bombs as you climb up. Well, or try anyway. I don't mind too much getting hit by that one. This guy though is a bit of a pain to go past sometimes. Oh man. Okay, well I kind of messed that one up a little bit.
I'm too nervous.
This
for,
flipping
for
guy.
anything.
Well, I'm getting wrecked by this bomb right now, so you know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Dude, I literally can't get past this guy. What the heck? Oh my gosh!
I hate this game too. I always get
No.
stuck with one bomb.
Wow. Okay, this is not bad. This is so this is what happens. You know, I get my bombs first try, and then I mess up royally on this mini game. But whatever, we got there in the end. And bombs. I thought I'd gotten past them on that micro game, and then they just, you know, got destroyed by them there. You want to get like 30 seconds or under on this micro game and this mini game, but I got just under a minute instead. Not a huge deal though. I just have to win, and it's not like these lower level guys. They're not much of a challenge.
I'm done. I'm really done. Okay.
And now I got to do it again. Let's hope I can do it a little better than I did last time. Because that first epilogue gave you a beanstalk to go up to the
Oh, okay,
to
I
that
got it.
level,
I got it.
but you can't actually go anywhere until you
Finally.
do the
Okay.
second epilogue.
So yeah, there's a bit of time, sadly, but it's like yeah,
Oops, I didn't mean to
it's
draw
really,
it like that.
it's really demanding. But
Okay,
yeah,
that was much better.
micro games like that were very hard to get the gold. Some of them are just nearly impossible.
Yeah, some of them are incredibly difficult, and well, I mean, the first time I did a bomber wall, I spent ages trying to get under 16 seconds to get the gold. This is like this game. It's one of those, you know, cutesy looking games, but it's got some fiendish difficulty in it in some places.
Oh, the potluck too. It's horrible. Strat.
So again, the bombs blasted away the wall, and I can head in there. We're gonna meet our mascot soon, guys. Team Mog represent.
It's funny because the game, suppose you already talked to him, but
Oh. Yeah, well, I just didn't. Went straight
but
past.
you don't really do it.
Here it comes. Here he comes. The mysterious Dueler X. I wonder who he is.
Yeah, me too.
Team Dueler X represent.
But yeah, I mean, if you never talk to him, you're like, yeah, who is who is he? But normally you talk to everyone. I mean, there is a lot of cards you can get before just.
Yeah, unfortunately for this first duel, you can't actually use any of your own cards. He just kind of gives you a deck with cards in it, and you have to use that one.
Mm.
So the first duel is not particularly
No,
mentally stimulating.
It's like, yeah, to learn you the basic of. It's like, yeah, it's a
Yeah, well,
tutorial.
well, you guys can kind of see kind of the basics of how the system works. You just have to reduce your enemy's health to 0, and you do that by playing cards, and you have like
It's cool, really.
Yeah,
Like I say, there was you could play it online, and I play a lot online in this game.
yeah, I played this quite late, so there wasn't much of activity online
Oh,
when I got
really?
to it. But I played a few duels on it.
Really?
I played a few. There was like, but you could
No,
hardly you could hardly get. There were hardly any people online at that point. I swear I like played the same guy 2 or 3 times.
Mm.
But yeah, the basic system is you have to try and attack into your opponent's unmarked zones, and then you can defend it, or you can like maybe, or some cards, if you can defend against them, then you can deal damage. And then some cards require crystal points, like this Iron Giant Fist card that he has. He needs a yellow crystal point to use that. And you get crystal points by playing cards of that color, then they get charged up. I've only got colorless cards right now, so that's why I'm not getting any crystal points. But he's getting crystal points of whatever color card he plays.
Jeez.
But the fastest way to clear this duel is just to play the same card 6 times. So yeah, there's not a lot to this one, but the duels they get more interesting later on. So definitely.
Yeah. But the thing is, you will see that they always play the card in the same order, which is, I don't know if it was supposed to be or not.
I think it probably was, just because if it wasn't, then like I guess that it would be more complicated to program, like because some cards require crystal points
Yeah.
to be used. It'd be more complicated for them to program when they could use certain cards, or like if they had the dead hand, what would they do in that case? So they just made it so that they always play the same cards in the same order, and you can exploit that and throughout the run, so you can plan what cards you want to play on certain turns.
Yeah, but of course, your cards are not in a random order, are in a random order.
Yeah, that's right. Your cards
You
are.
can't.
So it's not completely scripted. You do have to adapt a bit.
Yeah, and if you don't really have luck, you can take more time, but generally that's fine.
Yeah, because you know what your opponent's gonna play. You shouldn't. I don't think I've lost a duel when I've been doing runs.
I lost once. It was like, I think it was last crystal, mini boss before last crystal. because I had no protect for it. Any player card which did me like 12 damage.
Yeah, if you wanna, yeah, there's some scenarios where you like it's really important to block your enemy's attack because they do huge damage or they restore their own HP or something like that.
Problem is, I had trouble in the Spark Labyrinth, so I don't have the card which can help me protect against attacks. So yeah, I had no yellow protect.
And we forget about that. We got Dueler X back on screen again. Yes, Team Mog's mascot. Here we go. The great Dueler X has decided to bestow on me a trainer deck.
By the way, I will be finally able to show you my strat on final boss. the famous strat I always use since I'm a child, and you don't use it. And I don't know if it's fast, but I think it's faster.
Yeah, I tried to employ that strat for the final boss in like my latest attempt, and I couldn't. Well, I mean, I was able to hit him like maybe twice, and then I kind of couldn't keep it going.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know, but I mean, I can.
I'm just not good at the final minigame.
Yeah. Okay. I will try to to get some time the final boss then. But yeah. Try to start.
High-level Black Mage Chroma casting Blizzaga here to clear the way to the next storybook.
Yeah.
So this minigame, I have to find the fiery Chocobo, and I think I only have to do it 3 times to get the epilogue I want, but I'm going to do it 8 times because I need more cards. And the timer stops every time you find you find him, so it's right there again. So so once you've got 8, it's actually faster to just wait until the end.
Yeah.
Is that him? Yeah.
I mean, you can't really lose time on this one, except if you...
unless you lose, yeah, unless you...
If you lose, but... normally, I will not lose. I mean, it's a bit hard to lose, but... I mean, on one run, there was like 6 seconds left. And I was like, okay. Sometimes you can't find it and you don't know why.
Oh, I think I got to change screens again, rip me. Should be changing it to the top one, because all you're seeing in the bottom one is me moving around the magnifying glass. Okay.
I don't know the screen to show, really. So, try to do my best. But yeah, I mean...
Alright, so I'm just gonna
we win.
look at this wonderful pop-up house over here. And this wonderful pop-up tree.
We win.
And this other wonderful pop-up tree. This house? They are different. They are differently designed houses. Look at that, it's a whole pop-up neighborhood.
And let's go with dually 6 again.
This one I just have to find him 3 times before my opponents do. So I'm not finding him at the moment. Oh, there he is. There he is. do that as fast as I can. Alright, so this mini game, I want to get 20 points this time, because that gets me, again, I'm still in the card collecting phase here. I'm not going to have enough cards unless I get more from somewhere, and this is a decent place to get it. You get coins by going into the flames when you have the water bubble around you, and your opponent, the jailbird, is not very aggressive here, so generally pretty straightforward to get 20. You could also get 20 on battle mode level 3 instead, but that's much harder. So you wanted us to do it here instead. He's just kind of walking around at the moment.
Okay,
I feel like
so
he's
we have
resigned
6
himself.
and we have still 30 seconds, so no problem with that mini game. Lot of time to find it. And there we go. We find it. Right. I mean, this game is cool. I have time to check this card. To check this card if I get win, because yeah, I have some time.
So in this one, your opponents are much more aggressive. They like to tackle into you. So if you can, it's better to stay away from them. When you tackle an opponent, you drop a coin. So at the moment, they're kind of all going for me. So I'm trying to stay away from these guys. But Peekaboo is doing pretty well at the moment. So this isn't going how I would have wanted. But if I can stay away from them, then I can collect coins and hopefully they can just attack each other. So if they keep coming, man, I might lose this actually. I fucking hope not. This is much closer than I would have wanted. But it's looking fine now. If I tie, it's still a win, so that's no problem. But I managed to pull it out in the end.
Yeah, I trained this morning and I get too tired on this one. So.
Yeah, it can be a bit dicey when you get a tie, but they let you off with a tie as long as you win.
Yeah, I mean the game is pretty easy as long as you don't do the optional things. I mean, as long as you do the things you have to do, the game is quite easy. But when you want to get all the gold on every micro games or things like that, it's something else, really. But yeah, we will not do it because some games are just way too hard. And that will also means that we will have to wait a lot of time in as the pig puzzle one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look forward to that.
You
guys. This is
will
gonna
see.
be a
You
great
will see.
time.
You will see.
Okay, we're coming up to the first battle against Babutsu here, and
mean-
I can actually make my own deck with. I don't have a 15 card. I'm gonna make an 8 card deck rather than a 15 card deck. That's all I can do so far, and it's not too important what I put in this deck as long as I put those bomb cards in there, because the bomb cards are the big damage dealers for this particular boss battle. So let me just do that.
Where's the the boss?
That's not it.
The boss team on this one. I mean, it's not a boss at all. But yeah, it's just a regular chamber.
Yeah, basically, I have to do like 2 damage before. I have to do 2 damage basically before turn 5, and then I'm fine because I'm guaranteed to draw both of my bomb cards by turn 6. Because you have 3 cards in your hand, and by turn 6 you'll have drawn all 8 cards in your deck. I want to block on turn 3 though, because he can restore HP on that turn. But I have a card that can do that, so that's fine. As long as I keep those bombs. I mean, even if he restores health, it's not a big deal at this point. I've already done 5 damage to him, to be fair. So I can just do this, or I can chuck on the other one. It doesn't really matter. Both of them block red, and the next turn I can't do any damage anyway because he has a card that blocks all 4 zones. The reason we've got 3 screens on each side is because for some games, it kind of, the action kind of goes between the top and the bottom,
Really?
so it's better
Okay.
visual to do that.
I'm the worst player.
But what happened?
I lost on on the level 3 of the second book.
Oh no. I was
The last time, yeah, was like a 3 and Peekaboo at like 2 coin.
oh man, yeah, Peekaboo.
That's the last second.
For me
No.
as well.
I was like, okay, it's over, but I'm done.
Yeah, I knew I was going to draw that other bomb card, so at the end of the split will be after I beat this guy, so it tells you that I win, and then it fades to black, and then that's the split.
God. Oh, you can't see.
So yeah, I dealt 13 damage in those last 2 turns, so you can see, how powerful these bomb cards are for this particular duel. So split here
That's fine, okay.
for Team Mog. Or should I say Team Dueler X?
Okay. No, that's fine. I'm sorry. Sorry for this.
It's fine. These minigames can mess you up.
Yeah, but I play it so badly. Meanwhile, I don't know why I keep getting LVC, but I should just get coin instead.
So also those bomb cards were really powerful for that duel. They're basically useless for the rest of the game because your opponents don't use the damage you deal depends on how many red crystal points your opponent has, and the other duels you face, you don't really your opponents don't really get collects too many red crystal points. But you need more cards, and they're very helpful for that particular duel. This is the only Chocobo the optional Chocobo I rescue in the entire run, and I do so because he has a warp ability. He warps you to picture books you've already been to, which is handy in a few places.
God, there's so much time on this. But let's do a fight. So no Ultima for this, not yet. Ultima will come after. If we are lucky, Ultima can give us a lot of time.
Yeah, it's got a very steep crystal point cost, but
yeah,
you know, if you draw it at just the right time, it could be helpful.
So I have Omega, but I will not use it. Let's go. Not really the best end you want, but well. The two kamikazes in the clean end, but at least we'll have them for turn 5 and turn 6.
This minigame is very easy. You just have to be on the correct panel when the music plays, and you have to get 5 points here, and then you just lose all your lives. That's the strat. There's no way to, you know, just like abort the game when you've got what you need. That would be really helpful for some parts of this game, but they don't let you do that. You got to stick it out until the end. I'm gonna intentionally lose all my lives now.
So as long as we shield this one, it's true because he will not get life back. We will just have to kill him with the bombo.
Well, I forgot to mention that a previous route went back into the Adamantoise and the Cactuar Volume 1 for like the for a third time to get more cards, and like didn't do some of the extra stuff in these earlier books, but you get a good card out of that, but it would only be worth it if you saved like 4 turns, so
yeah,
in the end that extra time is just not worth it. Now I just have to hope that the jailbirds lose all their lives fast. There's not really anything I can do about it. Oh well, I got I got lucky there. They all just failed miserably. Good job, guys. These guys are actually Team Mog supporters. Confirmed.
Okay, so we win this one. We win this one. This.
This next mini game, I'm always unreasonably worried about because I lost to it in like my first run.
I hate it, and because opponents can cheat, and it's annoying. Like they can put lift just below them, but you can't. You can't.
Yeah, you have to put it on like you have to sort of anticipate where you're putting your leaf by putting it on the touch screen while you're on the top screen. But it is what it is.
And of course, you can't put two leaves on the same time. So
like basically the main thing you want to do is stay well ahead of the jailbirds and grab the coins before he does. As long as you can do that, you should be fine.
But yeah, it's annoying because sometimes you take speed boost, but you get pushed by the Titans, so you get faster than you anyway, and you are like, okay, please stop.
So this should be fine. I just have to wait for the jailbird to get to the bottom now.
Stop.
I like how we got this whimsical music and Titans just, had a huge crash at the bottom of the beanstalk. I'm sure he's fine.
You can see the death of Chroma again, when not really the death, but
And now we're seeing the
Both-
revival of
both are
Chroma
dead.
on my screen. Here we go.
both
High
very
level
well,
White Mage Sherma using Esuna on this guy.
which is totally weird because Asuna can't can't heal.
Look, it's fine. This is a different universe. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean Asuna can't heal fossil, can't heal stone.
What do you use to fix stone then?
It's
I don't know the lore.
Depend on games. You can use stone on a stone.
Oh, really?
Stone
Okay.
one. On some games you can do that. On other game it's like just a spell for this. But generally it's an item. Generally it's an item.
This Golem is bullying me, telling me that I'm puny and I'm not worthy to fight him because I've got a measly little 8-card deck. So I'm gonna go crying to my team, to my coach Mog here. The big reveal. Mog is actually Dueler X. Now I'm a professional card player after like 48 minutes of gameplay.
Perfect.
Use Blue Bay to walk back here. Then I'll have to make my deck before I take Golem on. So let me just do that. I basically put every card I have in here because I have exactly 15 cards and I need 15 cards. Oops. So this duel with Golem is, well, by this time the cards you have are not great, so this one often takes a while because you basically have just enough cards to do this, and a lot of your some of your cards end up being just completely useless in some scenarios. Like I can't do anything on the next turn unless I draw like my one card that can attack on the yellow zone here. If I can't do that, then well, I can't do anything. Yeah, so I'm just gonna chuck this one on there.
And I'm just starting to go to Titan. And then Beanstalk. Second part. No problem with mouse.
Yeah, I'm just drawing complete garbage right now. Just can't do anything to attack these guys. I can attack on the next turn though, so that's something. Because there's finally an unmarked green zone, so I'm going to use the one. I'm not going to use airstrike yet because I want to block this particular attack. Because he can protect himself. He can, if he attacks with Kate Sith successfully, he can get the protect status, and then next turn he takes half damage. Not that I have anything that can really do a lot of damage next turn yet, but hopefully I'll draw something. A red attacker or a blue attacker would be great. I drew neither. Good. No, amazing. Let's chuck this one on there then. Well, next turn I can finally actually use airstrike here and deal some big damage.
Okay, you just finished that mini games. That's cool.
Come on, draw. I want to draw a red attacker this turn. Yeah, there it is. That's perfect. That's just the card I wanted. Because he guards every zone except red, so I can deal 6 damage with Phoenix Firestrike. Alright, what do I want to do this turn?
You're still on Golem? Okay,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
still on Golem.
Okay, okay.
I might win on the next turn if I draw a good enough card.
So, I will show you the power of Ultima if I can.
Will you? We'll see about that.
Yeah, I think I will swap one bomb with Ultima.
Alright, I might be able to win on this next turn if I get lucky. We'll see. I need a green attacker or something. Well, I got a green attacker, but it doesn't do enough. is actually not great because I don't actually want to block his next attack because he does 6 damage to himself if he does his next attack. But all all of the cards I have right now block red, so I guess we'll see how that goes. I could just, draw a card that, can attack him, and that's fine too. Whatever, this works.
So yeah, we will enter soon into the Battle of Golem.
If I attack on the same panel that he does, then I deal half damage to him. Actually, it was a good thing if I took a hit there, I would have died actually. So it's a good thing I did that and went first. Turn order in this game depends on who throws their card out first, unless like you have a status from a card that you use that slows your opponent or gives you the haste status. Yeah, turn 10 is generally like the safe turn. That was a turn 10 win. That's generally the safe turn you win because of the card that deals 6 damage to himself. But I did take a lot of damage that duel, so a little unusual how that worked out. No, this game loads text by you can see it scroll through a bit. So language probably does matter a little bit, but I'm not sure which one would be faster. This one's just grab more fruit than your opponents. You don't have to get a certain amount of fruit or like not get a certain amount of fruit or whatever. It's just like I think for other battle levels, you might get extra rewards for getting a certain number of points, but for the ones that are required for the story, it doesn't matter. You just have to win. The only thing you can really do to save time here is not get frozen or burned at the end, because you have to. The game waits for you to recover before ending the game, or it waits for your opponent to recover.
Perfect. Nice. A pretty good start with Phoenix. Phoenix. Undying Spirit? No, it's no, it's not Undying Spirit. I don't know why. The thing which gives you PC, because it will make Ultima stronger. So.
Oh, that's Flames of Rebirth, right?
Yeah. Same. Sadly we can't. So let's do. So we just have to get a yellow card and we can use Ultima if we draw it. We don't have Ultima yet, we don't have a yellow card yet.
The Ultima needs one of everything and then but 2 yellows, I think, right?
But yeah, sadly this map is for all green. Okay, we have Ultima. So
Oh, are we gonna see Ultima do big damage?
but sadly.
Yeah, this is the thing, you don't want to fill your deck with too many cards with high crystal point requirements, because otherwise they end up just, being dead draws.
I need to waste fire strike, sadly. We'll get the protect effect because At least we will recover a bit, so that's fine.
This next one, a minigame, I have to do 3 times, and if I get at least 15 points on one of them, I get a nice card. But I'm not entirely sure whether it's worth spending the time to do that or not, because in my PB that I got recently, I got 14 points twice, and so when trying to get 15, so just depends if you want to lose that time or not. Oops.
Okay, so we have all the requirements for Ultima. Now we just have to put it and we would win on turn 8. So that's cool.
This Jailbird is doing too well at the moment. I'm not sure how many points I've got. I kind of lost count a bit.
Okay, so win on
I
turn
might
8.
get 15 on battle mode level 1. It's pretty rare if that happens. But Jailbird's actually tried a bit this time.
And let's do Ultima.
Oh, I got 14.
Let's go, my boy. Oh no, no! I'm done! No, I'm done! I forgot you need two yellow.
Oh, rip.
I'm done. I'm done. You need 2 yellow.
Well, I'm also done because I lost a life. I was 1 point short of getting the 15 points for that card I wanted. So we'll see what happens next to battle levels, I guess.
Okay, so like, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I just could have waited a bit. Well. Oh no, I'm a bit disappointed because I could win. Could win, yeah. Wait, no, I win on Zontezuken, so that's fine. But...
Okay, I'm gonna get 15, so I'll get the card. I have 14 points right now.
I think I win. Do I win or not? Yes.
I think I got 16 altogether. If I counted right, you get 1 point every time you're on the right panel, and then 1 point every round you survive without losing a life. Oh, I got 17, never mind, it's fine.
Yes, okay. Well, we didn't lose anything, I mean, even if... just, yeah, we lost 1 turn, but... I mean, no, because I was saying, I don't know, I think we don't lose time. So let's start with the game. But we were able to see Ultima at least. Maybe we will. Maybe I will be able to pull off after. I don't know. But we will have more yellow card after, so that will be a bit easier than relying to only 2 yellow card.
he's doing too well this time. I'm trying to knock him off, but he's doing... he's too good. Man. It's not going so fast, this minigame. It doesn't look like I'm gonna lose, but it's taking a while. Could have got... I'm sure I haven't even counted the points this time, but I'm sure I've got more than 15 by now. Man, I was trying to tackle into him, but it didn't work. Okay, eventually we got there. $29 points? What the heck? That lasted so long. So if you look at the leaderboards for this game, it kind of goes by game time, which is like about 15 minutes after what we're going to be ending at this time around. So my PB is about 3:56 game time. So I'm hoping to get like a time of like 2:40, 2:45-ish. But we'll see how it goes. There should be more than one speeder on the leaderboards. There's 3 on there, I think. When are you going to upload one of your runs to leaderboards, Kaeldori?
What?
When are you uploading one of your runs to leaderboards?
When I can record my DS, so...
Okay, fair enough.
Otherwise I will just do something with the camera, but low quality, but at least.
I'm going to do a little deck edit here to get these useless bomb cards out of my deck. And then I'm going to add some good cards. They're more helpful. I guess we'll use this one just now. He blocks. He gets it. He guards blue for like a lot of turns, so it's nice to get a blue attack in there early.
Okay, so let's go in the last book of this area.
Just gonna chuck this one on here. I don't have the crystal points for it, but I'm gonna chuck this one on there anyway because I can't do a lot of damage with my other cards. I could have done 1 damage had I used the slow spell, but I want to save my red one until for the next turn because he guards everything but red, so that means 6 damage.
Let's go.
Oops, get on there. Going pretty decently so far. Been able to get a lot of attacks in. In fact, if I draw Bahamut's airstrike, I can win on the next turn, but I'm not holding my breath. That's fine. What I should have done was use Goblin on this turn instead of this guy, because I wouldn't have got the slow effect, because I'm going to win on the next turn anyway, and Goblin doesn't have an additional effect. But not a big deal either way. I still win on the next turn. So, as before, the split's going to be when the screen fades to black after I win this duel. There we go, split for Team Mog. Pretty solid duel there.
Okay, so just finished the second level of Return and Return, and that's that hero card I need to have a more consistent Ultima. Let's go with the third.
Oh yeah, yellow cards are even more important for you because of that.
Yeah. We won't have the same deck after, because I will keep a blue card and you will not, I think.
Well, I have two blue cards in my deck. Well, I will do anyway.
At the end, yeah, okay.
All the other blue cards, most of the blue cards you get in this game are pretty bad, to be honest, because I think blue cards, they're themed more around like disrupting your opponent and not dealing a lot of damage. So for
and the ones who do a lot of damage are quite expensive in terms of PC, like Diamond Dust or something like that.
I'm gonna take a short detour here to grab another card. This is a really nice card, Carbuncle Quick Stomp. Does 4 damage with no crystal point requirement. And it's a yellow card as well, so it's nice for the few cards in my deck that will require the yellow crystal points.
Yeah, yellow cards are pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, at the end game in particular, they're like incredibly strong.
Yeah. That's why you don't have a lot of them at the beginning.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of them right now. You get more of them in the final zone.
Yeah. I mean, I remember online I made a deck which all cards destroy PC or change PC color, and that was very fun.
Sounds pretty trolly. Yeah, the decks I made were honestly pretty bad, because I was like, oh, this card looks really powerful, but then they all did lots of crystal points, so I was kind of just sitting around not doing anything for most of the duel. Okay, so I just got to get 5. Where's the? Oh, it's there. Okay, I lost track of the ice one for a minute there. I just got to get 5. I can't throw this very well. Okay, this is not great. I just need to. Dang it! They won't spawn more fire and ice things once I get the 6th one. You just have to get like 5 points. And can I actually, there we go. Knock myself out there. So you just get 5 points and you can move on with your life.
Done.
And by move on with my life, I mean do this minigame several more times in a battle style. Yeah, this one I just have to collect more fruit than my opponents. So that's basically, you know, there's no real time-saving things that you can do there. Just like, again, you don't want to be like frozen or burned before you, like at the very end. But besides that, just win. I find it much easier to throw to the left than throw to the right in this game. It's probably different if you're left-handed. I would imagine.
You take some damage here from Person Fist. Wait,
100% run this game. The only madman who's attempted to 100% this game is Cruel, and I think he was done in just over 12 hours. Like, it's not, you know, I don't know how long a perfect 100% run would be, but there are a lot of very hard micro games that you just don't see in the regular speedrun.
Yeah.
Like you can get stuck for an hour or more if you know, on certain games. It's not unreasonable for that to happen.
So we will be able to pull out Ultima this time. Really nice. This time, yeah, it's true. We will get Ultima. Just need to get one blue, one this. Let's go. So sadly, no, we can't understand because we have a yellow shield. But we will kill him on turn 8.
Yeah, but like this game, it's pretty easy to overlook this game. My sister bought this on an impulse basically, and then she was like, "Hey, this game's fun," and I was like, "Really? This baby game, is it really fun?" And it was. And I tried it, and I was, oh geez, it actually is really fun. So
yeah, no, yeah, it's really fun.
and,
so let's go.
Yeah, years later, I was like, well, there's no speedruns to this game. I gotta do something about that one.
I'm good at Ultima worked. Not the craziest one, but yeah. Still keen on turn 8. That's cool.
Not bad, not bad. I like how they're stuck on how to get off the ice bridge, and when Sid arrives, they just walk off the ice bridge and onto the airship. Good job, guys.
Okay, let's go for the third dungeon.
Yeah, you know this game isn't taking itself that seriously when you have a line like "Holy Deus Ex Machina."
Yeah. Okay, so we get close to one mini game, which is not really that hard, but on PC, it destroys your voice. Like you will see, the first Leviathan.
Oh yeah. This game is hard enough on with a touch screen. I can't imagine how
No, it's a
how
pain.
it is on
Really, it's a pain.
PC. Like, you can easily lose the trial mode. Well, that's easy. You just have to get 20 meters. But the battle mode, you got to
Yeah,
outlast
yeah.
your opponents,
Awesome.
and that's a tricky one.
You only have to do it once, so that's fine. But
Yeah. Imagine if you had to like do a level 4 of that as well. That would be, yeah, that wouldn't be fun.
yeah, in this area there is like a micro game with ship, and ship are very hard mini games. Like there is so many games who are with a microphone, and remember
Oh
my
jeez,
microphone.
I haven't
my
even I haven't even thought about that. Goodness me, yeah, there are some. There's one like where you have to blow a dart into various bubbles through the microphone. That was a tricky one. Right, so here it is, the battle mode. Here we go. Okay, whoops. Oh well, I almost hit the bottom immediately there. Just gotta try and you gotta rub the bottom screen to lift yourself up. It's a bit of a strange control scheme, which is where a lot of the issues can come in.
Yeah. But yeah, game with microphone when your microphone is broken, it's not really fun.
Yeah, can imagine.
And I retried them on my 3DS, and like there is one where you need to get 40 cheese with microphone, and
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
really after I mean it takes me like 30 minutes to do it, and after each attempt I need to take a break because my breath was totally totally in a bad situation. I was, yeah, I mean for a moment I was like, no, I can't, it's impossible for me. So there's also one when you shuffle, when you, which is easier. There's also one that this one is actually good, but yeah, the cheese one is horrible, really. And really, some micro games are not fun at all. I mean, the I think the best for me micro games is the one which you need to click on. I don't know the English name of enemies. What are the name of? I think it's Xenomid. Yeah.
Which one?
The plant which do a lot of like poison, sleep. Xenomid, right?
Not sure.
You know the plant in every Final Fantasy game, which give you a lot of bad status.
Is that the Marlboro?
Yeah. Okay, Marlboro. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And okay. So yeah. And there is one mini game with them, and it's very cool. I mean, we don't do it on this run, but I love this mini game because you need to click and you have uh, you you have a grid and there is a bomb or um, Marlboro, and at the end it's getting very fast then, and when you do it correctly, it's really 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 good. I mean, you feel really great when you get the dot on it because I don't know, but this game have a very good feeling when you play it. It's not easy, but
Alright, gonna take this guy on now. Sahagin.
okay. So I'm on the ice bridge.
Maybe it wasn't. I wasn't sure what to use in that first one because I had several options. Oh well, whatever. I mean, I'm able to do good damage no matter what, so that's good. But maybe I should have used the yellow one. Because if I don't draw a red or a green one by turn 3, I can't do anything. But I'm pretty likely to draw a red or a green one in the next 2 turns. We'll see. Oh well, okay. Yeah, I should have used the yellow one. Should have used Carbuncle Quick Stomp. Okay, never mind. I drew a green one, so I'll just play that now. It's better to play this one on a later turn because I can do more damage with it. But I can still do 4 damage with it on this turn, so that's fine. I'd rather do some damage here than just do no damage here, and I think that would pay off more in the end.
You're already here.
Now it's quite nice that I saved the blue one because I'm actually able to get this combo off, where I can use Shiva's Chilling Whisper, and then on the next turn, my blue card will deal double the damage. So I can do 4 damage on the next turn with my Mist Dragon, Mist Breath. It's not this game that's getting re-released on the Switch, it's Chocobo's Dungeon. Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo's Dungeon. It would be nice if this one got a re-release, but haven't heard anything about that. I actually should have used
I would love having the same card game really on online. I really wanna play online on this card game again with new card because Japanese version of sequel had new card and there was Notfall Typhon. Yeah, we don't see the. I don't know the English name otherwise. You know the card which you get from the chest when you. Wait, what I'm doing?
Oh, what, Typhon? The Typhon
Yeah,
card?
Typhon, yeah.
I could actually have won a turn early there. I was so excited about getting the combo. I didn't realize I could actually have just attacked with the green card on that turn and then saved the blue one, but it's fine.
I was talking to you and and I forgot that I had to stop at 20 meter on Leviathan. So I was like at 60 and
Okay.
wait, we are not on versus anymore. So yeah, so Typhon we don't see them, but yeah, in the Japanese sequel there was not a great Typhon, which do nearly the same thing as Ultima. and they also have some cars who will be, I mean, very, very good into speedrun, I think, because some cars in the Japanese sequel have a bright shield instead of a sword, and it will be really, really good in the speedrun, but we don't.
Where are the? Oh, there's a big one.
We don't have them.
So here we go. Exciting speed strat where I sit and do nothing for almost 3 minutes. So I'll be right back. Just go take a toilet break. BRB.
I have a pretty bad Leviathan. They don't get it at all. Why they play good? It's a pain on mouse. Oh god. Really? They got it by nothing. It's really like normally it ends around this, but like really. I mean 160 meter and they got it by nothing. God. Normally I can win in 200 meter because at like 100 they already need at least once, but I don't know. I mean, this game is the one I fear the most because on mouse it's a pain. And I never really understand how it works, really, because sometimes you. Please.
See, in Crisis Core, you had bathroom breaks during cutscenes, but in this game, you get bathroom breaks during gameplay. That's the next level stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it could be faster if we finish the house, but it's nearly impossible because all the pieces you need at the end are like 10 seconds before the countdown. So
yeah, I mean, it seems like you have a lot of time, but it's not enough to finish the houses. Actually, the reward you get for getting 50 points.
God, no, please.
Isn't that bad?
I hate this game. I hate this game, God. Because, okay, on every game, if you tie, that's fine, but on this one, no. On this one, no. For no reason. Oh, I hate this game. I'm sad. Like, I just hope I will get it soon because after my hand will start to hurt because yeah, this one is the worst.
So the reward for 50 points on this game is a card where you can deal half of your current HP, but it requires, I think, a red and 2 green crystal points. It's a pretty okay card, but I don't do any deck edits before the final battle from now on, so I don't think it's worth it. But it's like marginal. You could get it if you wanted, and it would probably be alright. I just don't see where you'd fit the other deck edit in. Anyway, this one's the battle mode's a bit more interesting. Cause you can actually, keep playing for the whole thing.
Okay, I think it's the run. If I don't have
Oh no, wasn't fast enough.
done things.
Wasn't fast enough, dude. Does this fit anywhere? Oh no, I kind of. Okay. Does this fit anywhere? Nope. Alright, I guess I have to wait for the Tomboy to break up the things then.
God,
yeah, I kind of messed up a little bit there. Should still be fine.
Why it takes so long? I mean,
fast. Not this one.
Die. It takes so long for no reason. While I'm training, I win at like 2,000 and 200, and on this one, 260 to win. Not really good.
This configuration is not so great. Why is Peekaboo getting all the points? Can't Greeble get some of them? That would be nice for me. But no, I just gotta... He's actually ahead of me by like a couple of points right now. But I mean, I'm not worried at the moment. It's got to be faster than him getting these little points, little ones in. If I block him here, that'll be nice. Haha, I got him. Does it fit anywhere? No, it doesn't, does it? Just gotta... I'll focus on the small ones, I think. Ooh, this could be close. Where are the pieces? Okay, this one will fit over here. I know these little ones will fit places. Ugh, can't stop him from going in there.
So that's the cross shell. Yeah, a lot of time lost for Leviathan, but I mean, the one I was sure I would choke.
It should be fine now. Just it was just a little dicey for a while.
Okay, let's lose.
The advantage here is that your opponents, they move very slowly once they've got the pieces. So as long as you're faster than they are, it's generally fine. Usually you don't have that problem if at the beginning you get place several big blocks, but didn't work out that way at the beginning for me.
I forgot to take one card, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's start with this. We need some yellow.
Oops, wrong way.
Okay, so let's... So third mini boss.
So you are the one they call Team Mog.
Team Mog. There was not enough space for Team
Not enough space for Team Chocobo, huh?
Yeah. There was like, yeah, it was Team Shock, but not really good.
The only prologue where it's faster to skip than go back. Alright, so there's a bit of tech here. You want to win this game while feeding Leviathan as few times as possible, because every time you feed him, the timer pauses until he's finished getting fed. So if I feed him once and then like never again, that would be ideal. So I want to just kind of keep an eye on Jailbird here and get him away from the fish, ideally. But he's kind of moves around in a bit of an erratic way, so it's pretty tricky. If I tackle him, he drops his fish though, so... But I have fish now, so if if Leviathan runs into me, I'll feed him. But, he like never attacks me, so... Well, I mean, there you go, you see there, right? He kind of just... He wanted that fish, you know? He came in and wanted to get that fish. Yeah, I don't want this fish. I just want to keep Jailbird away. No. Oh well, whatever. As long as I win. As long as I win the mini game, it's fine. See, if you can trap him in the corner like this, that's quite nice. I just want to keep an eye on Leviathan and see if I can keep away from his... He came this way. What? I thought he was going the other way. No. Ah, well, he got fed one fish by the Jailbird. No, you're not feeding him anymore. Dude, why are the fish coming from towards me? It's like they want to get caught in my net. Yeah. The strat is to bully. That's right. Bullying is the strat for this game, basically.
And Ultima will finish on turn 7.
Alright. It's harder to bully on this battle level because I have 2 opponents. But I'll do my best. See how big of a bully I can be. No. Well, that was not a great start. No, this guy. I'm tying with him right now and don't like that. Don't like what I'm seeing here.
Okay, so win on turn 7, that's true. Because he will not recover Earth after, so that's fine. We'll win right now.
Sometimes you can kind of clip through this guy's tail, like you may have seen just then.
So let's go in the waiting room. Let's go in the waiting room.
Entirely sure how that works sometimes. Oh, Peekaboo's got some. He's in the corner of his own accord. See, he knows his place, this guy. He's like, you know, well, I guess this is where I belong now. In the corner. Get bullied, nerd. Okay, I kind of want to keep an eye on Peekaboo as well, though. Can't devote all my bullying to one person. One Chocobo, rather.
Well, let's wait a bit.
Alright. I mean, that bullying was a little better than the first bullying, I would say. Didn't get too many feeds in. Oh no, there's bully police, they're after me. Ah! They heard about my bullying. I'm innocent. Okay, well, I'm not, but they deserved it. Ideally, on this battle, on level 4, I want to get fewer than 10 points, because I get a really bad card if I get 10 points. Completely useless to me. But again, winning is the most important thing here. We've all managed to get in there, though. Drop your fish. Drop it. Drop that fish. Wait, how did I get another one? I don't know how I got the double feed there. That was very strange. Does Greeple have any? No, he doesn't. Okay, thank you. See, I got bullied there. That's what I wanted. I wanted to drop that fish.
Oh, I love this game. Very fun. I love watching the stream.
I didn't want these fish. How did Vol get those fish? No, drop them.
Okay, we have the timer. We need to have to do it another time. Oh.
Oh, Peekaboo managed to sneak in a feed there while we're bullying someone else. Might have to get more fish for safety. Dang it, Peekaboo. I'm really worried about Peekaboo now, because if he gets like any feed, well, well, not any feed, but like a big feed, then he'll overtake me. Can't have that. Okay, well now I'm just going to feed him again with my 2 fish. Hopefully that's enough. Keep Peekaboo out of there. Win on 9. There we go. It's for efficiency's sake. Can you imagine if Irma had to call them Choco Bandits every time she had to ask them to do something? It's a pretty inefficient way of being evil. Wasting all your time saying Choco Bandits.
And we would have to wait again and again. Sorry for this. Because yeah, currently they can't beat me except if they fill up an house, which will not be the case.
Babutzi's gonna just wait right there for a bit while I go out here and get another core shell. I'm gonna need these for the next chapter.
I mean, the problem with this game is like when you play it on level 5, it's like the first to put the biggest things in the last house win. Because there is no way to get more points after. And even if you fill up the house, it's don't really have points.
Alright, if I can save Phoenix Fire Strike for turn 5, that'll be really good. But we'll see how it goes. What other cards I draw. Keep drawing Iron Giant. Well, no, actually, it's the first time. Is it the first time I drew it? I don't know. It feels like in a lot of these games, like Iron Giant Tackle, it's quite powerful, but I need a lot of crystal points to use it. And if I draw it early, it's just kind of sitting there in my hand, not really doing anything. We'll see what I draw this turn. Okay, this is fine. Chuck this one on there. Again, I'm kind of relying on my next card. It's another good one.
And there we go, we finish with this, and we can go into second Leviathan game.
good. It's turn 5, and I can do 6 damage here because I saved Fire Strike for the turn where he uses this card, Miraculous Shell, with 3 guard zones. Okay. Alright, this is good. I can win on the next turn now. I have, well, both of my cards could do it, but I'll use Iron Giant Fist because it's faster than having to wait for the opponent to attack me. So the Water Crystal split will be after I take this guy down. Alright, split for Team Mog. There we go. Hey, that was a gold on my splits, dude. Nice.
Nice, GG.
Between Sahagin and Water Crystal. Like, there's not really much you can do to save time in that split besides the duel, really. You can save like a bit by effective bullying in the Bubbling Barrage game.
Yeah, I just started. Just start the mini game. Really? Come back. Come back here.
I'm sure you're right. Well, I don't know whose audio you guys are playing, but for this section, there's quite an iconic track from Final Fantasy VII here. I would say. Well, a lot of people seem to recognize this one anyway. Oh, it is Team Mog's audio, nice.
Okay. Quite a good run on first level of Global Barrage. Because yeah, only 6 points.
How do you know? This is Mako Reactor from Final Fantasy VII. Well, not this one that's playing right now, because it's like the one for the general Technolit area.
I don't recognize the music, by the way, from Leviathan minigame.
From which minigame?
Leviathan. Both of them, they have the music, but I don't remember.
Depends which minigame. There's different music for different ones.
I think Leviathan have the same. No, yes, they both have the same music. I mean, yeah, Barrage and I forgot the first name.
Bubbling Barrages. Let's see. Which one's that? I have that info. Hold on, I'll be able to tell you in a second.
Yeah,
But
totally forgot.
I have to actually play this video game as well. So I'll get back to you on that one. This is so this one I just have to get through the course as fast as I can on the back of this Adamantoise, who's much faster in the water than he is on land. Who knew? I've also got to hit a wall at least once, because that means that if I do this whole thing without hitting a wall, I get a card, but it's not a particularly helpful one.
Okay, perfect.
Oops, I turned a bit too early there.
Stop.
Oh, I think the one that plays in Bubbling Barrage is actually just like a remix of the general Chocobo series theme.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think that's from a specific Final Fantasy in particular.
Okay, we try to not get 10 points, but I wanna be safe, so... God, I don't want to do that. Yeah. Ready?
The general idea of this game is this mini game is that you want to that if you're turning the Adamantoise, you lose a bit of speed, so you want to try and get them in like a straight line and let them go fast as much as you can. And this game just completely lies with like their final times as well. There was no way Peak 2.5 seconds behind me there. Yeah, when I first heard Sereth, I did say he sounds a bit like me.
Oh, annoying. Very annoying. Yeah. Just do that to be safe. I mean, we already exceed 10 fish, so doesn't really matter if you take...
Oh, they shoved me on there. That's what can happen
I
sometimes.
don't know. I don't know to manage to get less than 10 fish on the last level of Barrage.
That's right.
I mean,
as long as you win, that's the most important thing.
Yeah. I just prefer to win than...
Yeah, definitely. You do. It's you know, it's just like a few seconds here and there if you prevent lots of feeds, but and don't get the card, but it's nothing compared to how much you'd lose by having to redo the whole thing.
Yeah, of course. Just this game take a lot of time, to be honest. But yeah, it's quite hard to get below 10 because you need to manage the 3 other Chocobo. It's not that easy.
I think we were both at ESA 2017. I think Sereth was there. I think. I don't know. I didn't speak to him anyway, if he was there.
Just get that little Choco, little shell. She's here.
So this part of the game is actually, you know, they actually throw on some serious stuff here. Like apparently the Chocobo farm is like a refuge for
Yeah.
these Chocobos after a war. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
geez,
quite-
it's pretty a bit of a curveball you're throwing here in the final act, but there you go. You also learn that, no wait, and actually I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it. Big story spoilers.
Yeah,
You'll find
big
out.
story,
You'll find out
yes.
later.
Okay, so I'm on third Bezaboo. So let's go. Third Bebuzu. Yes, this one is actually good and not the best, but at least we do some damage and we get a green CP, and it's important. And it's 4 damage, so it's still good.
So the idea for this minigame is you want to sort of go fast enough to hit a certain cycle, and if I do that, I get like
do that.
low 20 seconds. But if not, then I'll have to settle for a slower cycle, which I'm a little less familiar. But this is fine. That's fast enough. It's just like this big turnstile thing. What do you call it? I don't even know.
What?
Like in the maze, I don't know what you'd call like the middle wheel thingy that turns around.
Oh, yeah, I totally don't know.
Well, that thing anyway. If you can get there fast enough, you can get the good cycle.
That is 6 damage from Iron Giant, but it should be fine. Let's go with the fire one. We will restore some. Restore some PV, some life point. Only 6 damage to do. We are close. Good. Okay, so we will chain on turn 7. Which is basically on turn 7 normally.
That's pretty good. So that fight, you can like, if you get bad luck, you can win on like turn 10 or 11. Just I shocked myself there. I'm probably not getting a fast cycle now. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Also settle for a slower cycle.
Okay, so yeah, good fight. Good RNG, good everything.
Oh no. Dang it. I shocked myself right at the end. Good job. Good job, dude. Oh well.
So last. Okay, we have all the shells, so that's fine. Actually, as a kid, I struggled hard to get one of the shell. I don't know what shell it was. I think it was the one with Leviathan.
Oh,
Because-
you forget that one. Dang.
Yeah, because I don't know. I never played the the solo one. I only played once, and I had a lot of trouble with it.
Okay. I would have liked to have been able to block the yellow one there, but... Well, I couldn't have done that and attacked anyway. I don't think I could have forced off actually with the cards I had. Which means he's going to take half damage on the next turn.
Oh,
which
you're
is
already
a
here.
bit lame.
Ah,
Whatever.
you're already here. I need to win sometime. I don't know where, but
Man, I guess I'll use this. I'll only be able to deal 1 damage, but whatever.
and Sam, I still don't know why they didn't make a random code for each game. I don't know. Why they put the same code?
Well, it makes it easier for speedrunning.
Yeah, of
anyway.
course,
It would be a
but-
nightmare if they just played them in a random order.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah, I
complete
know.
guessing game. I probably wouldn't even run this game if that was the case.
Well, you know, you just had to get the.
Just
Just-
RNG manipulate. Easy.
Well, no, you just do the mini games, like. Just do the mini games to get all the free paper to get the code. That you are supposed to do, but we will not do that here.
No, gotta go fast. Alright, I'm able to do 6 damage with Gale Strike, so that's real nice. He's dealing a fair bit of damage to me. I've got to be a little careful, but I'm not too worried about dying to this particular guy. Generally, you're not. It's not a huge. You know, you don't really have to worry about dying to these guys in general because, well, they're usually you can do more damage to them faster than they can deal damage to you.
So okay, so this game is actually not easy at all on mouse. Because on mouse you always do a strong movement and you can't really I should play with very low sensibility, but I don't really want. Especially when I will never run this game on mouse anymore. Okay.
It's kind getting a little concerning actually. Better draw a good card for turn 8, otherwise I might actually lose this.
46 seconds. That's good because you don't want to be too fast and not.
Oh no, I think I'll be fine actually.
That total is good.
Yeah, I'll be alright. I'll be alright. Well, I draw a nice card now, but I would have been fine anyway because I only took 1 damage from that. Because on the next turn, I take 5 damage if I don't block it. It's fine though. I can block it and knock him out with my miraculous shell. Wait, no, I can't because I haven't played a single green card yet. What is this? It's fine though. I drew a card that could knock him out. Oh no, maybe I did play a green card. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he played a card that destroyed my green crystal points earlier. Okay, well it's whatever. This works out anyway. So a little dicey, but not too bad. Not too concerning still.
Okay, no, level 4. I just hope I will not miss because it will be annoying.
So this minigame's all about trying to get your opponents caught by the Tomberries and trying to stay out of their way. They like to hide in that straw pile there, so you have to kind of lure them out a bit. But they're coming after me right now. Don't do that. Go after the jailbird. So it's a return of the bullying, or I guess staying out of these guys' way. Bullying can kind of backfire on you in this game because like you can tackle your opponents, but they're not vulnerable until they recover from the tackle. So it doesn't work as well as you might want.
So what just happened was really cool. I got boost for. I never got boost like that. It's true.
Oh, yeah, that happened to me. That happened sometime. It happened to me on level 4.
Yeah, but I mean, I got boost twice. I mean,
Oh, twice? Whoa.
Yeah. I was like,
Jeez.
mouse, please. Please, mouse. No, please, don't. Don't do it right now. No, 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 no. No,
Oh,
please. Please. Please don't.
I don't know how this
Please don't.
happened. Tomberry's coming after me.
No, no, it's a pain on mouse, really.
Okay, you got them twice. Greeble might get chased a bit.
I'm so sad. I'm really sad. Because yeah, on mouse it's like you never go when you want. And now I just slow down, of course. Come on, Greeble, you son of a gun. Okay, they got him. Now they just gotta get them one more time. Please. Please. Stop doing that. Oh, twice, really. I know the cross by art, but sometimes I don't know.
Yeah, Kaeldori is playing on emulator, and for for anything where you have to drag your your styles on a touch screen, it's just much harder to do that on emulator with your mouse.
I mean, my end is crying.
Nobody's okay. Greeble's gotten caught. Oh, Peekaboo got caught too. Okay, they all got caught. Nice. Still coming after me. I thought he would lose me after a while. This guy is just standing there. Is he coming after anyone or not? Okay, this guy's coming after me now.
There's a lot of time. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know that.
Now that Peekaboo's lost all their lives, they become like a sort of a mini Tonberry, and then so they kind of move around a bit as well. You have to watch out for them too. So you got to stay away from Peekaboo as well now. Volg still has 2 lives, which is a bit of a pain. Ah, they caught me. Okay, this might be tight. Oh, I don't want to lose one. Get him. Get him. Get that Volg guy. I'm just going to stay well out of their way. You can't keep running forever. There we go, they got him.
Let's go with the labyrinth. I don't really like it, to be honest, because same as the way on mouse, it's really harder.
There you go. Get a bit of a reveal there. Chubby's actually Peekaboo's younger brother, and he lost his memory in the war. Quite sad, really. But like, it takes on a different, because that Chubby wasn't named by like his parents. He was just like adopted by the farm. They just started calling him Chubby. I mean.
Yeah, that's not really nice.
It's a bit harsh, I would say.
I mean, you lose your parents and
and then you lose your parents. Then you go to this new place, and then they all start calling you Chubby.
Yeah, it's not really.
This code's always the same. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to read the blue, yellow, and red cards that you get from doing certain things in the storybooks, but the code is always the same, so you don't have to do that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not as good as you for Labyrinth, so I only got it on 30 seconds. But
Well, that's fine. You can see you still get all the cards you would otherwise get by doing
yeah,
that.
I got it, so I don't get as a Thundercloud, but I don't really need it because
Well, Thundercloud is not until the last mini game anyway.
yeah, and I mean, I don't really mind because I have the best one.
Please.
I have Ultima.
Thundercloud is way better than Ultima.
No, Ultima is
Yes.
the best. Try Ultima. No, but I mean, on a run, it actually saved me because otherwise I would be dead.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm glad it got some use.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it was like I was at 2 PV and he was at 14 and I top deck Ultima and I was like, yes, let's go. Let's go.
So the one I'm playing now, I just gotta. Well, usually,
Nice.
quite often you can basically just wait for them to tackle themselves into the light, to run into the lightning. Sometimes they don't do that though, so you have to try and tackle them into it. But they move around so much, it's not the easiest thing in the world.
Actually, I'm happy because I always struggle onto Labyrinth, but this time I did 30 again.
There you go, good stuff.
So that's fine. I mean, I will not that. Yeah, I'm still sad about some minigame lose, but yeah.
You can basically predict. Well, you can stay out of the way of the laser because it just moves slowly, anti-clockwise. No, yeah, anti-clockwise. So as long as you keep that in mind, you can keep out of the way before it fires it. And yeah, I'm trying to, particularly on this one, trying to not get hit by the lightning blast because I'll get a good card if I do the aforementioned Thundercloud. But this jailbird has not gotten hit at all yet.
Yeah.
And is he gonna run into it? Go on, do it. Run into it. Okay, well I knocked him into it.
So that formatting. Let's go with the carousel. Iron Giant in English. I prefer a carousel. I found it better. Better name.
Hey, I mean, if you guys want to speedrun it, I've written up a nice guide as well
Yeah, yeah, come. Come, it's a cool game, really.
on speedrun.com. So here we go. Here's that Thundercloud. Deals 4 damage normally. 4 damage if it's blocked if it blocks the yellow attack, and 8 damage if it blocks the blue attack. So massive damage if you get it out in the right turn.
To be honest, I'm currently using your good old shit with with also chart order because it's a bit hard to remember.
Well, I'm not keeping this in my memory or anything. I've got to have it on the
Yeah.
spreadsheet. I couldn't commit all these cards to memory. Goodness me.
It would be a bit hard. So sadly, I had to waste this one. But the thing is, I won't be really useful in this battle. Free Tango.
Yeah, you can play this game in multiplayer. You can't do it on Wi-Fi anymore because Nintendo DS Wi-Fi shut down I think 3 years ago. But I think you'd still be able to do it locally. But good luck finding anyone near you who has this game. Can someone run into the lightning beam? There you go. There you go. Good on your peekaboo.
We take a lot of damage from Ifrit because we are burned, so 6 damage, but we do 6 damage too, so that's fine. We just need one yellow CP and Ultima to
Where's
win.
okay? There he is.
Let's go.
Dude, he's kind of clipping outside the outside the fence a bit there.
Let's go, my boy.
Push around
We have all
Pikachu's
the
lifeless
CP for
corpse.
Ultima. That's fine. I mean,
It's all about Ultima for you, isn't it?
Like, if we top deck Ultima, we win on turn. If I draw Ultima, I win on turn 6. Would be good.
Whoa, okay, that's pretty good actually.
Would be good, but yeah. I don't know if we... Get a protection. Do we get Ultima? No, not Ultima, sadly. But at least we have... No, wait. Oh, I'm done. Ah, won't order. Won't order. I'm done.
Alright, final pop-up duel coming right up. Not the end of the game, but the final pop-up duel. So, I'm going to do one last deck edit. Get those
Ultima,
powerful
sadly.
yellow cards I have in there.
Ultima is here, but too late. And yeah, Ultima is way too late, sadly.
Where am I? Oops. Oh yes, here we go. I got a bit lost there. Got a bit lost in my deck edits. Not that. Ugh. Kind of messing up a bit on the menu, but whatever. I'll add all of these Rama cards and Iron Giant Overhead Smash, and there we go.
Well, we will win on turn 10 anyway. We could win a bit before, but like we could win on this turn, but I mess up something.
Okay, this is really nice having Overhead Smash early because Babutsu starts with more HP than you, so if you draw Overhead Smash early, you can deal 6 damage with your card. So I'll probably use it on the next turn, unless I draw a card that allows me to do that inflicts numb, which lets me do double damage on the turn after.
So turn this win, turn 10 win.
Let's do this now then.
Let's draw.
Oh, I drew that a little late, dude. A little late. That's the card I wanted to inflict numb and deal double damage on the turn after, but whatever. I might use that later, depending on what cards I draw for that. If I can't win fast enough. Didn't draw Thundercloud in those first 3 turns, so I didn't get the big 8 damage hit off, but it's fine. I've still done a decent amount of damage in these first few turns. I really want to block
What you prefer?
a yellow one on the turn after next, though, because he will deal huge damage to me with the amount of crystal points I currently have. So if I can draw that, that's pretty good. Because he deals 2 damage every yellow and green, no, red and yellow CP I have, and I will have after this turn 8 yellow and green, yellow and red CP. So it would do he would do 16 damage to me. But luckily, I have a blocker for that now. Well, I had a blocker anyway, but I have a blocker that can deal damage this time. With no way, I can't deal damage. I haven't played a green one yet. Never mind. Never mind. I'll just play this then and block it with this card.
Can you just die, please? Why Thornberry? Please, strike him down. Really? It's not lucky. I found it sad on the Thornberry game. You can't when you play it on multi, you can't be a Thornberry.
Oh,
So
dang.
it's sadly it's
Yeah, well, I guess it
stayed
makes
by
sense.
it's stayed by, so even if you die, you can't be a Thornberry, and that's sad because you have to wait that every other finish the game. Would be fun, I think, but yeah.
Alright, so I can take him out on this turn. Reminder that this is not the end of the game, so there's still a bit more to go after this.
You're far away from me. I'm only at level 4 of second Thornberry game.
So even though he has 30 HP on that fight, that duel can usually ends up going pretty quickly just because of the power of the cards you have. That was an 8-turn fight. You can beat him on in 6 turns, or if you're lucky. So it turns out this guy wanted to be defeated the whole time,
Yeah.
so he could achieve his full power. Because I've released the power of all 4 crystals for him. And means we got to take him down in one final showdown. Well, maybe he didn't want to lose too easily, because you might catch on to his plan and just not defeat him subsequent times. He could have just. That explains why he can beat the last duel so quickly. You see, because he eases up on you. Because he's like, yes, yes, beat me.
Why did you don't get it? Yeah.
You can do it, Team Mog. We'll be cheering you on from here.
Please, please, please.
Sherma's a Team Mog supporter.
Please don't.
confirmed.
Please die. Please die. Why you don't die? Ah! I win! No way!
Yeah.
What?
Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, when there is like the 4 mini, the 2 Tomberry plus the 2 other, it's like pain.
Yeah, that's
And I got
raising
it at the same time than Vogue got it, so I hate this game. Sometimes do it pretty good, but sometimes no.
So here we go. This is the final mini game. The game I like to call no air hockey.
Oh,
Like it.
already here. God.
I'm not that great at this one. You just
Yeah,
gotta...
yeah, but the thing is, yeah, I'm way late. Maybe at
The sort of twist to this, as opposed to regular air hockey, is you can, if you hit the ball at the same time, if you hit the puck, the crystal rather, at the same time with Volg, you can deal a double strike to him, and sometimes it goes backwards, like it did that time. So it's yeah, you want to try and direct it his eye because it goes like right through the enemy blockers when you do that. Come on, hit it with me. See, yeah, missed him. So yeah, that's and you want the little bars that are on the bottom of the screen. If they're up to full, then your hit's more powerful. If you do your double strike with Volg, then. So that's why I'm kind of staying away from him, because I don't want to lose my power until I can hit it with him. Okay, it's actually going alright. You can see this health bar's like really thin on the top screen. I didn't even know he had a health bar when I did this like for the longest time, because you can hardly see it.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's not.
But I just like went by the color of his eye, like I think he's nearly dead, but you can actually see his health up there.
Oh really?
Yeah, the color of his eye does change a bit when he gets low level, or when he gets low health.
It is on the not the last mini game, but yeah. Maybe with some Ultima luck.
Oh dang, mistimed that one.
Really annoying to control it on mouse.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
He's moving forwards when I don't want him to.
Let's do
Just
please.
one hit left now.
Please.
One hit. No, I thought that got him.
Okay.
Dang it.
Oh.
Okay, there he is. So time's going to be in a little bit.
GG,
Just
GG.
it'll fade out before the credits.
I'm only on the level 2 of last from the mini game. Shooting shuffle. Okay, let's go. I think the second level is the worst because it's long. It's long because there are 4, so you need to take more time. Nice. Perfect. Wait, turn down a bit. Let's go.
Okay, nearly there.
Okay. The second level is so long, really.
And time for Team Mog.
GG.
GG.
Only 1-8. Okay, let's go with last level, which is faster, because we have less Chocobo.
Miz, go. Alright guys, welcome to DCDF. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
welcome to
sorry.
Chocobo Tail.
So yeah, I'm gonna talk, but tell me if you want me to shut up for you to explain stuff, right?
Oh, you can.
So
Yeah, and tell me if I need to run the game also.
So can I talk now?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
thank God.
Alright, so
J'arrive.
so how does the DCDF battle system work? If you are familiar with NT, then it's kind of the same. You see the big numbers on the screen on the bottom right and left hand corners. This is the bravery. So how do we increase our bravery? We deal bravery damage, obviously. So if we deal 100 points of bravery damage, the enemy's bravery is lowered by 100 and ours is increased by 100. What happens when our bravery or the enemy's bravery reaches 0? The enemy is broken, and the stage bravery, the number that is at the bottom middle of the screen, gets added to our bravery. So it's a good way to increase very fast our bravery. What is the purpose of doing this? Well, we can deal HP damage with our bravery. So if we have 100 points of bravery, we will deal 100 points of HP damage. So there are two ways of winning battles in this game. You can either increase very high your bravery above the value or the current HP value of the enemies and land a single HP attack, or do multiple HP attacks to kill the adversary. So Mizo right now is in the prologue, so it's an introduction or kind of a tutorial on how the story mode works. Basically, we are going to play on those boards, and we want to go as fast as possible. So each story segment has 5 chapters, and to finish a chapter, we can either get into contact with this red thing that Mizo just interacted with, which is called a stigmata, or a boss symbol. So right now we are going to deal with the stigmatas for the first 4 chapters of the prologue, and then the final chapter will have a boss. And what we can do is just move around, interact with those little gray mannequins. So once again, this is basically a huge tutorial section of the game, explaining us how to move around. So as you can see, it's kind of a weird mix between a battle fighting game, in the likes of Dragon Ball Tenkaichi, and an RPG, and you will see the RPG elements in a few moments. And on the boards, well, you have the enemies that you need to navigate through. You have potions, like Mizo is going to get at the moment, or you have chests, which contains items that are very important for the run, obviously. So right now we are playing with the Warrior of Light. So this is mandatory, obviously, for the story mode. We first need to perform the prologue, and then we will be able to choose either one of the 10 Cosmos or the Heroes characters that we can choose. Mizo is going to pick Zidane from Final Fantasy IX, and you'll see in a few minutes that Leo is going to pick Tidus from Final Fantasy X. Another element of gameplay that I didn't explain yet is the EX gauge. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, you see this bluish or purplish gauge that can be filled through either obtaining a potion on the board or actions in the battle or in actual battle. You will see that when Mizo attacks the enemy, there are those little bluish orbs that appear. Either the small orbs or the big one that he obtained at the very beginning of the fight. And those allow you to fill your EX gauge. And when your EX gauge is filled, you can transform into the EX mode. This is kind of the limit break system of Final Fantasy Dissidia, where your crit chance increases. You have a regen effect, allowing you to recuperate a little bit of health. And you also have access to various effects. So Wire of Light deals more damage when he is in X-Men. On the board, what can also happen, and you're going to see this very soon, is a chain. So when you get ambushed by multiple pawns, so if you are in between, or if multiple enemies are touching your symbol on the map, you will get chained, meaning that if you interact with either one of the enemies here, the other one will force a battle after the fight is over. The first fight is over. So this is very important because we are going to make sure that this chaining doesn't happen in the later part of the runs. So keep this in mind.
This victory will be remembered.
So here, as you can see, the other pawn is chaining Mizo, and well, the simple or the fastest way to deal with this is to just run away. And we are starting right after this the final chapter of the prologue. And Mizo is going to try to pay extremely close attention to the screen during the fight, especially when we are going to break the boss, because there is another element of the game, which are battle gens. So what are battle gens? There are drops that can occur during the fights. Each single type of character, of enemy, so either a Squall or an Ultimisia or Garland here in this instance, can drop an item that can be equipped either as an accessory or used to farm items in the shop. And this item is very important because we can drop an item that will increase our strength by 1. And this 1 point of strength can carry a lot of importance throughout the run. So we'll see if we're lucky. It will happen when we break Garland. And no luck. So we won't have the strength powder, sadly.
Not today, lads.
Nope.
One day, but not today.
I mean, come on, you're lucky enough to be ahead, so.
And here starts the salt.
Dude, I see you've got Ultima on your screen there, Kaeldori. Just need that blue. Just need that
just
blue.
need that little blue.
Alright, let's see if we draw it.
Yeah. And that's
Oh,
what I
there it
wanted.
is. Oh.
Yeah. The thing is, I can't really play it. That's well, maybe I can. Need to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Can't play it right now. Need to play it in 2 turns.
Yeah, unfortunately attacks on yellow for the next 2 turns, so gotta wait.
Alright, so Mizo is starting the Destiny Odyssey for Zidane. So why do we choose Zidane? He's actually currently the fastest character at the moment for the run. Multiple reasons for this. First, he has a very, very strong summon that we will obviously grab in the Destiny Odyssey. He has a fairly short Destiny Odyssey, so this story segment for Zidane is pretty short. But most importantly, he is one of, if not the most, or the character that is the least susceptible to RNG in fights, because we have an infinite loop that works on pretty much every single enemy in the game. So what Mizo is going to try to go is rush through the boss using chase mode and reach level 3 as soon as possible.
Jeez, even blocked that did 9 damage, holy cow.
So as you can see here, the characters or our enemies are not doing anything. Usually the first characters that we're facing are pretty weak in terms of AI, so everything that we're doing, they just take it.
There we go. We beat him. Now we'll go to the nowhere, okay, like you like to call him. And I will show you my strat on it. Maybe it will not work this time, I don't know. But
Yeah, I tried to chain a few together, but I couldn't. I can't shoot them straight enough.
Oh, that's
They
good.
always seem to go off. They always seem to go off at an angle at some point.
It's weird. You will see, you will see.
Okay. I'm watching.
Yeah, I like this part of the game because I think it's a reference to Final Fantasy 1 because basically the scenario is to get all his power he needed to be defeated 4 times, and the scenario of Final Fantasy 1 is like I'm invincible because you beat me first in the future. So because you beat me in the future, I can get I can go to the past, and because I can go to the past, I can revive all the things that allow me to get me back on the past, but there is no real sense because
It sounds like the same kind of logic they use in this game.
yeah, it's like yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally meant to lose, honest. Really. Please believe me.
That means he can do anything if nobody beat him. So yeah, no, that's weird. That's weird. But yeah, we are on the final boss. Won't take much time normally. I don't.
So does that
I
mean
mean,
I should prepare?
I can't die. I mean, it's impossible to die. Like really, no, really, it's impossible. I mean, to die, you have to not understand what is the game. Like really.
I got to like 2 or 3 hearts well in my PB though.
Yeah, and generally you got it by yourself.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I just didn't really care about defending my goal at all though.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean sometimes it can do a super attack, but it's like really rare.
It's
Never
very
do.
rare, yeah.
Yeah, I tried my Chocobo O, which do funny dialogue. But yeah.
Flipping weeb.
Yeah. Follow me, yo.
Okay, so Mizo just reached level 3. As you can see right there, he's using a skill that is on the map, that is usable only on the map, the Mazer Eye, that decreases the HP of our targets. We're going to face our first boss of the Destiny Odyssey. And you will see that those map skills are extremely important, especially in the later part of the run. So first boss, we have a Kefka. Mizo makes sure to have his EX gauge filled, because EX gauge or EX mode is extremely important in the run or in the game in general. Our damage output is really good because of the crits. I think you have some kind between, it depends on the attacks, but you have sometimes like a multiplier of 7 or 10 when you land a crit on certain attacks, so it's really important. And as you can see, Mizo is using the chase mode, so something that I didn't mention earlier. You have this kind of cinematic portion of the gameplay where you see Mizo getting closer to the enemy. And in this chase mode, you have 2 options. Either you can land a bravery attack or an HP attack, and same is the same for the enemy. If the enemy manages to dodge your attack, then it's their turn to either do a bravery or HP attack, and you can dodge in turn. So chase mode is really good against very low level AI because they take simply everything. And in terms of bravery damage, chase mode is actually pretty strong. So while we can, while the AI allows it, we are going to maximize the usage of chase mode, but we will soon get rid of it for a much more consistent way of dealing bravery damage.
Okay, so on the last part of the boss,
Uh-huh.
normally it will be.
Dang, this strat is actually doing pretty well for you. You're getting, geez, this is lagging a lot though on whenever you double strike on emulator, huh?
I think it's my best run for now on this boss, like really.
This is
I did it
yes,
perfectly.
it's great when you get that chain going.
Yes, when it does this.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Yeah. I love when the boss do this. Please.
Maybe this isn't a good idea.
And there we go, last hit. Grenade.
Alright, so here you have the instance of the loop with the Tempest. As you can see, Mizo is landing an attack, then dodging. And I will just wait for the end of the run to explain what dodge cancelling does in the game and why it's the most important tech in the game, either competitively or in the speedrun.
That was some sweet no air hockey.
Okay, so boss is over. Just need to stop the last scene and we'll be done.
Awesome. GG.
Yeah.
Okay.
And right there, Mizo is obtaining Alexander, so our first summon that we're going to see. All summons can be activated in fights, and all of the summons impact bravery. Why is Alexander so amazing? When we are going to break an enemy, our bravery value will be fixed for something like 30 seconds. So something that I didn't mention yet is when we are landing an HP attack that doesn't kill the enemy, our bravery will momentarily reach 0 and then start regaining up to its base value. So by activating Alexander, when we perform an HP attack, our bravery will still remain at the value it got fixed at. So it's really strong to land multiple HP attacks in a row. And as you're going to see throughout the run, we are going to cheese through some bosses thanks to this.
And time.
GG.
Let's go. Vas-y.
GG.
Yeah, credit drops. No record. No, I'm
Allez,
kidding.
c'est parti.